what's on your mind.
Sure. How is he? West's muscles tense as he glares back, and I tap him with my hand.
So, hello, how are you? I hope you're okay. I've just been enjoying, I've tried audiobooks, but I do really enjoy the physical sensation of like reading a book. I think it's really satisfying and it's just such a lovely way to turn your brain off and like not rely on any form of technology. I mean, I do have a Kindle, but you know what I mean. But with the Elsie Silver series, I'm on the second one at the moment, so this is Wild Eyes. I think I've watched listened to Wild Love. They are filthy in parts. They are filthy. So if you don't sway that way, or it's not your thing, I don't think I wouldn't, even though, I mean, the plots are very fictional and they're very like make-believe, but what's really lovely about it is that it's all situated in the same place. So I read the first book, and now characters from the first book are kind of having their own spin-off and their own stories. So for me, I find it quite enjoyable, just because there's that, I don't have to work really hard to get into the next book then, which I feel like if you have anxiety, you might relate. Like sometimes when my anxiety is really bad, I really struggle to get into a book. Once I'm into a book, I'll fly. But if I can't concentrate, or I'm just feeling very like anxious, I find it really difficult. But these are so easy. And what I've been doing is that, I've been listening to them at the gym, which obviously during certain scenes, sorry, my jeans are like right up my bum. Sorry about that. Certain scenes are a bit like, whew, when you're listening to them, but then the rest of it is just comforting. So what I've done this morning, because it's a Thursday again, and you will probably pick up a habit by now that I like clean upstairs on a Wednesday and I clean downstairs on a Thursday. Now, sometimes, as I've said many a time before, I will most of the time I would probably do it in the evening, like after I've fed the kids and stuff, just because that's when time permits. But recently, when I've had like a spare hour at the end of the day, I've been like racing through any work that I need to do so I can do it then. And the reason why I've already done it this morning is that the kids are at their Halloween discos tonight. But when I tell you, do you know what? Guess how many school runs I need to do today. Have a moment, if you will. Have a guess, have a think, even comment it if you so wish, if you like a bit of gamification. So I've done one this morning. And because of the ages that my children are now at, the discos are segregated into like 2-year groups per disco, so they do it throughout the night just to make sure that like there's enough space for everyone to dance, like the little kids don't become overwhelmed by the bigger kids, all that good stuff. So I've dropped them off this morning, I've done some cleaning, I've done some emails and general like bits and bobs that I just need to tick off my list. And then I'm going to do what I'm going to talk about in a second with you, and then later on I'm going to pick them up at normal time and walk home. I'm probably going to panic feed them in that time, because then I will take Stanley and walk back to school to drop him off for his disco, and then walk home. Then an hour later, probably not even an hour later to be honest, I will walk back to school with Daisy, collect Stanley, and then walk home. Then, not even an hour later, I will walk back to school and get Daisy, and then it will be gone 7 o'clock, and the time is going to fly. But that is 5 school runs in one day, so I'm not going to complain, because obviously I'm getting my steps in, but it's going to leave very little room for me to do much else. And it's half term, the kids finish tomorrow. I'm ready for them to finish, purely because they're so tired, and when they are tired, that like just kind of, when their attitudes change a little bit, not like nasty or anything, but when they're a bit grumpy and it's harder to get them out of bed, and it's been really wet and drizzly and rainy this week as well, and I just feel like they really need a break, and it'll just give them something to look forward to. And then by the time they go back, it's going to be bloody November, and we're all going to be, as parents and caregivers, having a moment of like, oh my goodness, I have so much stuff to organise for Christmas. At least this parent will be anyway, because I feel just a little bit overwhelmed about that already. I was walking with my nana this week, and we were just saying that this time of year, I swear, it must be scientifically proven or something that it goes faster than the rest of the year. I cannot understand like how it happens, but it just goes so quickly. So quickly. Why January, February and March can't go as quick as what September, October, November, December does, I don't know. But then at the same time, that's a daft thing to say, because actually my gut at the moment is that I just wish time would slow down, which we touched on before, because you know how sentimental I am. But yeah, I'm here today at Sainsbury's, which is like my favourite little place to come to around this area. It's a nice Sainsbury's, and the reason why I'm here is that, as we were touching on Christmas, I have ordered the kids some Christmas pyjamas, and as we all know, when that sort of stuff starts becoming available, you kind of just have to act quickly, which is frustrating, because, you know, I've been ordering Christmas pyjamas in October, but it's just the way the world works. And as part of what I do with the kids, I'm sure you know, if you've like been a regular, you know, friend on here, is that I do a activity advent calendar, which I've done since Bill was about 4, I think. So a long time now. And one of the early activities is always get new Christmas pyjamas, because just for me personally, by the time you bought 3 kids 3 pairs of pyjamas, I would rather they have a lot of use out of them over like December, like the festive season, as opposed to doing like a Christmas Eve type thing. Because then for me, like those Christmas pyjamas, you'll kind of only wear them for a week. I know you can wear Christmas pyjamas all year round, I'm not saying you can't, but my kids generally will have like a preference of like wearing them over the festive season, and then they will wear them less, because for them personally, they don't want to wear Christmas pyjamas so much in January anymore. So the boys, I've kind of got some neutral ones, and Daisy's, I think I've got some like cute little patterned ones that I think she'll like. I will show you them when I pick them up, but while I'm here, there's a couple of bits that I want to pick up, just because it's a supermarket at the end of the day, and there's always things that we run out of in our house. And I thought I'd bring you along. Apparently Sainsbury's have some really cute Christmas stuff in, so if you'd like to get festive with me, I'll try and show you a few bits. But equally, if you're not ready to get festive yet, you don't have to, and you know, only buy what you need, and only buy what like is important to you. Only do what is important to you. I feel like this time of year is such a difficult time of year to like for comparison. I mean, we compare all year round, at least I do. I'm always thinking, I wish I was this, I wish I was that, I wish we could do this, blah 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 blah, and it's such a silly way to be, because like I'm super fortunate, so I tend to try and focus on what I've got, not what I haven't. But at this time of year, you see other people's traditions, don't you? Other people's joy, other people's festivities and stuff, and you feel like, do I need to do that to make it the best Christmas? No, you don't. You absolutely don't. You just need to focus on having a nice time with those you love in the way that it feels right for you and your family. And that's the last word I'll say on it. Just a little pep talk for you all there. But we're going to go, because this wedgie is still kind of up my bum. We're getting too deep there, so I'm just going to go. So let's go and have a look around Sainsbury's. I don't have a pound, which is really annoying. So I can't get a trolley, which I hate. I love having a trolley, just sometimes in my old age, just to lean on. You know, when you're walking around. And sometimes if there's a quiet alley, I will lean on it and do a little like running jump, lean on it, and then do a little trolley skid just to entertain myself, because, you know, you only live once and all that. But let's get out of the car. Let's get our goods together and go and pick these pyjamas up and stuff. Well, if you need any Halloween stuff, Sainsbury's has absolutely loads in still, which is really nice to see, because I feel like everything turns to Christmas so quickly. But that is not what I'm here for. Oh, the gingerbread house doormat is back. I got this last year, it sold out really quickly. It's £6 and it's so cute. They have some really cute homeware bits in. They've got a couple of scents, so there's Christmas cookie, and then they also have under the mistletoe and Christmas spice, which is a bit of me really. I like the old school Christmas smells. Christmas cookie's really nice though. And we have all the, is it Anthropology dupes? These are beautiful. There's a bow one and a Christmas tree one. I think I like this one better. This mug is really cute too. While I'm here, I'm gonna grab a card because I need to get one, and Sainsbury's cards are my favourite. They've got loads of Christmas books. I think I've ordered that one on Amazon. This whole selection makes me wish I still had a baby. It is so cute. My first Christmas Eve, Paddington. I remember having one of these for the kids. I got it for Bill and all three of them wore it on their first Christmas. This little set is so cute, look at the leggings. Okay, we need to take a moment for these. Gingerbread pyjamas. £24. I would get them, except I've ordered a new pair of Chelsea Piers ones for me because my old one's too big now, but these are gorgeous and the nicest ones I've seen otherwise. It is so busy. I don't know if I missed the memo about Thursdays, but it's absolutely rammed. It's so busy. Okay, we're back in the car. That was really quite chaotic. I should have known when I saw all the car parking spaces quite full, but it was really busy. But it does make me think, my grandparents like to do their big shop on a Thursday, and there was a lot of grandparents up in there today. Plus I think actually that's a point, are your kids on half term yet? Mine on half term until next week, which works really nicely, I feel, because it's also Halloween, and then like the bonfire thing that we're going to is also the weekend before they go back. But there were quite a few kids around and stuff as well, and I was like, oh, it's very busy, this is weird. So we're back, we're in the car. I got some really cute little bits actually. I'll try and show you quickly now because I don't really want to like spend ages unpacking this when I get home. Honestly, sometimes now I feel like when I actually get home with things that I bought and I can just put them away without filming it, it's like, it feels like the biggest treat in the world, because there's only so many grocery hauls you can film, friends, without getting to a point of like absolutely hating filming it. But first thing that I found was this, which is like Sainsbury's sort of basic Christmas packaging, but it's sparkling pear and vanilla antibacterial hand wash. I was in the hand wash aisle anyway because we need some hand wash, and I gave it a sniff, and it really does have like a, it just smells, I feel like they put pear, but to me it makes me feel like apple, cinnamony, custardy smell. It's really nice. So I actually got 2 bottles of that because I thought, oh, if I like it, that would be quite lovely. And I think it was like £1.40. So I was chuffed with that, and I thought the smell was really nice. 290ml, so I got 2 of those. I got some Strings and Things Munch Mix, which are little cheese and cracker boxes, and the sheer reason that I bought these was because it's Thursday and I've got one more day of packed lunches to do, and after tonight's shenanigans with the back and forth of pickups and stuff, I know I'm going to be so like, you know, when you just cannot. And I feel like these would be really useful. It's only Bill and Daisy that have packed lunches on a Friday because Stan likes to dabble in the school dinner. Bill and Daisy absolutely do not. Stan likes it. Stan doesn't mind it. But he only does it on the days where he can eat things like baked potatoes or fish fingers and chips. Can't blame the guy. Next thing, Pringles have some limited edition flavours out. In fact, Pringles are spending with in-store advertising at the moment, because literally every bloody corner I turned there was Pringles. There were Pringles extra hot spicy glow-in-the-dark tubes for Halloween. There were Pringles around the world where there was Japanese stir-fry flavour or Turkish kebab. And then just as I was getting near the till, I saw these and I was like, right, fine, whatever, go on then. So we've got roast turkey flavour and then pigs and blanket, because I sod it. You know when it's near the weekend, you're like, oh, just get a few treats in. Anyway, I don't know where to put these now because everything's sort of falling out everywhere. I got, these were being mass advertised as well. Namdong, chicken jjigae, K noodles. You can choose your spice level, and they have a cute little tiger on the front, and then on the top it says like, if you add no sachet it's like mild, if you have half it's medium, if you add the full thing it's hot. I mean, in itself quite self-explanatory instruction really, because like I feel like we all do that with any of these sort of packets, but Bill especially really loves things like this, and Daisy. To be fair, all three kids really enjoy that sort of stuff, and I thought they would be a good one to have in for a quick lunch or something in half term. So I got 3 of those. I got my fave because it's running out. I got a couple of bits for a recipe that I want to film. There goes my Pringles, but I won't share that because I want it to be fun when you see it if you're on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, come and say hi. I'm just Charles Taylor over there, but I do like shorter form content and stuff, although I wish we could just sometimes just go back to photos, but Instagram wants video from you. But these are Nico, are you watching Celebrity Traitors? Because my kids love it and we love it, to be fair. We started watching it together, just us two, and then the last season Daisy and Stan were doing that thing where they were trying not to go to bed and pretending that they were interested in what we were watching. Gotta love that from kids. And then as they started watching it, they were like, actually this is really good, and then they finished an episode because they were enjoying it so much that we felt bad sending them to bed, and we were watching them on catch up anyway, so it was like a weekend that we were watching it. And then they ended up watching the whole season with us and absolutely like could not be more excited by it. Stan was saying in the summer that he couldn't wait until January just to watch Traitors again, and then when they announced this celebrity one, he was like, oh my god. But anyway, Nico is a YouTuber and he has sweets, and we've had these before. I remember buying them actually and not clicking that it was him at the time, but they are the sour version, which we've not had before, and Stan especially is just really excited by anything Nico at the moment. So I got those, and then I also got some Spooky Chews. They had loads of the orange and blackcurrant flavour, loads of like Halloween themed bits, so I just grabbed a couple of bags because it made sense. I've got a baguette for the recipe thing that I'm doing, and then the pyjamas I will just unbox. Let me rearrange myself because I've got stuff everywhere. So I was waiting for ages for these. I ordered these last week and it took ages to get that, you know, that click and collect notification. They were meant to be ready on Monday and they just weren't, and I know sometimes they can be a bit late on like sending you a message, but I wasn't going to drive all the way here and risk it, you know, not being here. So the boys, I've got the same, so I'll just show you one of them because they're both, they don't like frou-frou stuff anymore. Obviously Bill wouldn't anyway, but I've spoken before about Stan. He's quite mature for his age and he likes what he likes. And he doesn't really like patterns and cutesy bits and bobs and all of that on his clothes anymore because it's just not him at all. But anyway, these are Bill's. They match. So I actually got him the male version because I've taken to doing that at the moment, because I do find that some stuff either comes up short or it kind of stops at 13 to 14 anyway, so he kind of does wear a men's, but they are fleecy and cozy and warm. They've got tartan, they've got a bit of red, so they're giving festive, but I feel like the boys could actually wear these beyond Christmas if they wanted to. And then obviously this is Stan's, but it's exactly the same, it's just like the kids packaging, and I got him 8 to 9 because he insists on wearing everything a size bigger than what he actually is. And then Daisy's I just thought these were really cute. They were like little fleecy ones, but they've got gingerbread men on, and what is that, a present, and they're a bit like garish and fun. But I wanted, if I was getting fleecy for the boys, I wanted fleecy for Daisy, and they are, yeah, they're super soft, they're really lovely. So I can hide those once I get home, and then I know that as the Advent activity thing goes, at least I've got those sorted, because there's nothing worse than having like a go-to and then not being able to find things in their size or things that they'll like. I remember when they were little, I always used to get them matching stuff, and it was so cute. I have to say, like, for the first time walking around today, I felt a little whisper of excitement about Christmas. And you know how I kept saying, like, recently I've been struggling a little bit with like going in and just feeling a bit sad and sort of like longing for a time that doesn't exist anymore. Whereas today I felt like a little giddy bubble of excitement, and that was actually really lovely. But I was smiling at all like the baby clothes and stuff, because it was such a lovely time in my life of having that with my kids and watching them grow up. And when they're little, they're like, it's just a sort of different type of experience. And I was just looking at all the clothes thinking, God, if I had baby Daisy, I would have bought that. And if I had baby boys, like, again, I would buy them these for them. But yeah, it made me smile. It's a weird one. I still do get to the point now where I'm like, God, like, life has gone so fast. And I still do think about it. It's on my mind a lot at the moment. But it's nice to think about it and smile. Like, obviously you can like miss things and miss periods of your life, but then if you ask me, right, well, Charlotte, like, do you want to go back? I'd be like, oh no, because I've missed the way they are now, and I would hate to like do things differently and make mistakes and stuff. Like, I'm happy with where we are now, and yeah, it's lovely. I talk sometimes, don't I? Like, I think I'm like in my 80s or something. I'm not, obviously. But I don't know, I've been very sentimental. Anyway, I'm rambling, so we're going to get going now. Is that sunshine? Sunshine, is that you? Where have you been? It bucketed it down this morning.
Haven't been our best for long. I think that we're just holding on to something that won't work out. Maybe we should walk away, say goodbye and go our separate ways. I can feel it.
Just having a moment of being cross with myself, because for the second time this week I forgot that I put bedding in the wash, and that means now I've got to make the bed, which is really annoying. What's even more annoying is that it's still damp and it's twisted inside of itself, so back in it goes. I'm just going to do a quick bit of filming for a different video, if that's okay, so 1 mile. So hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and this can be another grocery haul and meal plan. So if you want to see what I've bought this week, ready for like half term and all of that, then keep watching. So I've just filmed the intro and outro to our grocery haul because I ran out of time to do that yesterday. Yeah, so then it means at least I can edit that. I've got about an hour and a quarter, hour and 25 minutes. So I think I might do a bit of prep for this recipe that I want to film, and then hopefully by then the bedding will be dry. That is my plan. Then we can quickly make the bed, and then we will go get the kids, I think. I also have just realised that I've not hidden the pyjamas. Like, I'm hanging them in plain sight on our little shoebox thing. So I need to put them somewhere safe where they're not going to get like gross. Sometimes I hide things in the garage, but with clothes and stuff, especially when it's like, you know how garages are a bit wet and, like, not wet, but damp sometimes. I don't really want to put them in there, so maybe look at them on the stairs, or maybe in Mark's office. Mark's office is my favourite because he has like some drawers in there that we can just shove stuff in. I might put it in there. I'm going to do that. That's done. I put the oven on an oven clean setting it basically gets really hot and burns any of the, you know, like bits that drop while you're cooking, and like cleans it. And I forgot that I hadn't like wiped it down, so that is that done. And then the dishwasher has just beeped because I always put these racks in. It just keeps them like, I'll give them a scrub now and again, but if you stick them in a wash every week, they stay clean for so much longer. Like, this oven's 5 years old, and I think they're pretty good condition for a 5-year-old oven. If you ask me, maybe you weren't asking me, but I mean, there's a top tip. Remind me at some point that the bulb in Daisy's lava lamp is gone, and I need to try and find a new one. I mean, do we have any? Are you one? No. Oh my god. Miracles happen. I saved the day. I'm so cool. There we go. That's done. I hate doing this so much. I mean, the kids' beds are singles, so they're not that bad, but just the principle of it really irritates me. Whereas ours is a king size, and there's like 6 pillows, and it just, I hate it. To be fair, a lot of the time I'll do this at the weekend and me and Mark will do it together, but I just wanted it done. Bill's been, oh, I haven't told you, Bill was off sick this week at the start of the week with like a tummy bug, and that's kind of what prompted me to make sure that everything was clean and washed just that bit earlier, because it makes me feel better, you know, like stop the spread of germs. Because I knew like little two got this disco tonight, and obviously it's half term, so I wanted to kind of nip it in the bud, and touch wood, it seems to have worked. Oh, now I've got a duvet, and that's the worst bit. So that is that done. I'm so pleased that it's done now. It only took me like 5 minutes as well. I don't know why I hate it so much, but I've still got some time now to do some editing and a bit of prep work for the reel that I want to film later tonight. So I'm going to love you and leave you because I feel like I need to concentrate. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely half term with your kids. If you manage to book some time off or spend time together, I hope it's amazing. I hope Halloween is amazing, and I will see you all very soon.